It is Wednesday. It is the Repeat Offender Show. We will keep you up to date with the hobby and things coming up, and we will glad to see you here. We got all kinds of things to talk about, so we will wait till maybe we get a couple people. Mm-hmm. We feel better when there's more people watching. Actually, we got 2 people watching. Wow, we're there. All right, Rob, there you are. Yep. Rob, you're in the picture.
I am.
I could probably scoot over a little bit, so Rob can get in the picture more.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
do you need me to hold you?
Yes. My tears have been inconsolable since Monday. Well, actually, since Tom Brady got put out of the playoffs.
Yeah.
Assuming that they would be coming back next year and him and Gronk would be finally winning an 8th ring, because I was hoping he was going to get a whole set, one for each finger, so 10.
Yeah, he got close.
Yes, but he has decided to hang him up. Yes. So next year, I assume Gronkowski will probably follow suit.
Yeah,
he has nothing else to accomplish and stuff like that. So that team will change, and we want to say congratulations to a great career in the NFL, Tom Brady, and we hope you a good retirement.
Yeah, and
it appears that he may have handed it off to a young Tiger.
Yes, I was going to say, what role do you think, if any, that Burrow, being the best quarterback in the league, has to do with him retiring?
I think honestly, Tom Brady retiring is realizing that he is very much about perfection.
Yes.
And unfortunately, you can see it, his aggravation as games go on of people missing passes that he thought they should catch and stuff like that. That's got to eat at you, because you're doing your best to win a game, and the ball gets dropped in someone's hands and they can't catch it, or it gets knocked out and stuff like that. So I think a little bit of it's to do with frustration, and a lot of it has to do with him seeing a new breed of quarterback. Like I saw a thing today. It showed all the quarterbacks that retired in the last couple years. Phil Rivers, Eli Manning, Roethlisberger.
Yeah. I saw that picture.
It's a new guard. All your quarterbacks are now. I think your oldest quarterbacks in the league are in their mid-30s.
Yeah. And
most of them are under 27.
Yeah. Did you actually hear me say the best quarterback in the league with a straight face with Joe Burrow? So clearly, I'm showing my fanship of the Bengals. But but honestly, he looked really good.
Yeah.
He's looked really good the last few games, and obviously there really couldn't be any more hype, especially if you happen to not know where we're located. If you're watching this and we are in South Central Ohio.
We're just north of Cincinnati.
Yeah, so we are.
Okay, we're 2 hours north of Cincinnati.
If you go an hour and a half one way, we're almost to Cincinnati.
Yeah.
You go an hour and a half another, or an hour, we're in his hometown.
Yes.
Of Plain City.
For sure.
Or not Plain City.
Athens.
Yeah, Athens. He actually, the Plains.
The Plains, yeah. For sure.
And actually, my daughter, who's at college, of course, she's a big Joe Burrow fan. It might be that he's not ugly, too. That might be part of it.
Yeah.
That might be part of it. And about her age, probably. But anyway.
The one stat that I did see that was kind of interesting was they said there's only been 2 other quarterbacks that have won the national championship, plus the Heisman, plus a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And the others were Joe Namath, and the other one was Joe Montana. Yeah. So, with being that said, he has a lot to live up to.
Yeah.
But this may be the guy.
Yeah.
This may be the guy. They need to shore up their defensive line over the next year. You can't take 9-10 sacks a game and still win most games, but he's been able to.
So speaking of great Bengals quarterbacks, and speaking of Joe Montana, actually, we are having a trade night, and
we are.
There's a jersey there next year.
Should I clean up some stuff before that?
Yeah. Well, actually, Bobby already did that for us.
What?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Bobby has spent. I actually shared a couple pictures on Facebook, and we got some new lighting going on in here. And matter of fact, like today, we don't even have the normal.
Yeah, this is just our normal light.
This is just our light in the shop now.
So you can actually see products to purchase in here.
Yeah, that's true. So anyway, jersey right beside you is the last time probably the Bengals were great or really good.
Made it to the Super Bowl.
Shuffle and all that.
Did you see Icky do a shuffle?
I did.
That was actually interesting.
Yeah.
His shuffles got a little bit worse over the years.
Yeah.
And you can see that
he
really likes the cold cuts.
Yeah, he does. He does.
If you guys remember that commercial.
Yes. Yeah.
So, but yeah.
So we got Boomer Esiason.
Man, I think I want to keep this.
Yeah, and somebody was a genius buying that.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, thinking of our trade night and thinking the Bengals might do something and thinking that everybody'd be like talking about 1988, 89.
You know, I've had multiple people come in and try to buy the jersey, and I'm like, well, we're actually giving away for our traders night.
Yeah.
So they're like, one, what's your traders night? And I have to explain that, and two, I explained to them that if they come in the first so many people that they get a free entry into it. Yeah. So we do expect a pretty decent turnout for our traders.
I would say we were just talking. I'm saying second best as far as attendance. So we had one that was in the 70 to 75 range as far as attendance. I think we're going to hit that, and that's if people don't let a Thursday, little bit into Friday snow event deter them. But anyway. Trade night we're pretty psyched about. We've spent some time, spent some energy. I got a few $1,000s worth of products in just to do a trade night specials that night. They'll be pricing only for that day.
Okay, I was called out wrong. They did not win the Heisman Trophy. It was something else that they had won. I did see a statistic, but it was two Joes and then Joe Burrow.
I saw what you're talking
the Heisman
about,
Trophy was not it. So you guys are correct. Thanks for calling me on that. I appreciate you doing that live while we're here.
Yeah.
Brad Barrett wants to win that jersey. I'm going to hug the next time I'm there.
Yeah.
Yep, for sure. Burrow would be the only one to win the national championship in college Heisman Trophy. Okay. Yep. Yeah. So you guys are right. I was wrong. It's first time ever.
Yeah. I usually get all my news and information from memes on Facebook.
Yeah.
Because they can't be wrong.
And the other information he gets is from me.
Yeah.
And half the time it's wrong too.
Actually, I did tell somebody something today that you said, and then I'm like, I don't even know what I'm talking about. I just act like.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah, it was about. Well, it was about Absolute, and it was about the Bengals kicker only having a product in Absolute.
No, he's on Prestige.
I see. I lied to somebody.
Oh, okay.
Well, I can blame.
Did they buy it?
They did not. So
okay, good. No harm, no foul. Then.
Yeah, that's true. So, but anyway, a Esiason jersey giveaway. So let's talk about trade night. So our trade nights are kind of a free for all as far as you can come, buy, sell, trade with everybody that's in attendance. We're gonna do pizza. Actually, we're gonna get some of those spicy pizzas because my wife wants to try them. Have you seen the new spicy ones?
Spicy pizzas?
Oh yeah, there's new spicy ones from Pizza Hut. So I'm gonna make sure that we get a few of those.
Hey, we're gonna have at least two types of pizza. We'll have pepperoni and sausage, and then we'll also have sausage and pepperoni.
Yeah.
Okay. We may expand that this time.
Yeah. So if you haven't heard the joke about 3 trade nights ago, I'm like, hey Bill, can you get a variety of pizzas?
He said, hey, order some pizzas for us. And get a variety. So I did. I got pepperoni and sausage, and then sausage and pepperoni. And then I got
a pepperoni sausage on thin crust,
but banana peppers with pepperoni and sausage.
Yeah.
So we have tried to change it up.
Yeah.
Get maybe some chicken. We will try to have a good variety of stuff. McPherson's also in Mosaic. Thank you.
Okay.
Someone said that he's no Jeff Blake. Yes, you're right. He's not. He doesn't work for a car wash now. I think. I don't know what he does. Any former pro players, I always are like, oh, they must work at the car wash.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a good job or not. It might be. I don't know. But so. Anyways.
Yeah, or we say like they're bagging groceries somewhere and insult everybody that bags groceries.
But if you bag groceries in your Kurt Warner, that led you to winning the Super Bowl. So there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
So how are you doing today?
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, Bobby, can you help this gentleman?
No.
Yeah, you can walk by there. Yeah. Try to stay focused here because I have ADHD anyway, so we're all over the place.
For sure.
Okay, jersey autograph. The first 30 people that come through the door on trade night, so we're going to focus on trade night for a minute. Trade night, you're going to get a gift bag. Just the first 30 people. In that, there's going to be a couple promo packs, maybe a couple sleeves, something like that, some supplies or something. And there's going to be an entry ticket. Just the first 30 people. And that will go in there. Now, how do you get more entry tickets? Is spending money, honestly. So we're going to have a lot of specials. But for every $20 you spend, so if you come and buy a $100 box, you're going to get 5 more entry tickets. And at the end, at 5:30, we kind of wrap it up around 6. So at 5:30, we're going to draw for this JSA certified Boomer Esiason autographed jersey, and you will go home with that. If you happen to come, spend money, and leave at 4 or whatever, we'll make sure we hold it for you.
We'll keep it.
Yeah, we'll keep. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, we'll keep it.
Yeah.
We will keep it for you.
Yeah.
But we will make sure you get it.
One of the things I talked about last time is like if the Bengals win, we're going to party like it's. I don't really know if I want to say 1988 because that was the season, or 1989 because that was the Super Bowl. But anyway, yeah, I'm saying 89. So we are going to do a special on top loads and supplies. And speaking of top loads, just mentioning this real quick, we also have lowered the price of top loads. I had a conversation with Bill, and I just said that I feel like they're regularly available now, at least the specific brand that we haven't had any problems with. So we're lowering them to $4. If your shop's 5 or 6, I mean, a lot of other shops have much larger overhead or whatever. So we're able to do $4 a pack. That's what we're going to do. So we're going to lower them to $4 a pack. But trade night, we are going to be really cheap. We're just going to be a limit of maybe 3 to 5. But I'm not sure exactly how cheap, but we're going to try to think about what were they in 1989. And so we're going to have top loads like that. We're going to have sleeves like that. Maybe even do some monster boxes because I ordered kind of a lot of those in. And then we are going to have specials. Here's just a sampling of some of the things that I ordered in bulk to be able to do specials on. And, I mean, some of the things up here are only going to be $15, $20. There's nothing...
How much is this going to be?
I believe that's going to be $15.
$15,
yeah,
3 autographs,
3 autographs, yes.
And you get the whole rookie class from this year's draft.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
You're probably not going to buy. I'm buying them first.
Yeah.
I
so
want them
there
all.
might be limits on some of this depending on how cheap it is.
Okay.
But nothing right now that's in front of you is going to be over $100. Everything's going to be very reasonable, very affordable. Our specials will be very reasonable, very affordable.
Yep.
So anyway, if you haven't made it to trade night, it's a great opportunity to come check out the shop.
And a great chance to meet other collectors.
Yeah.
Because a lot of our people that come in our shop come in one at a time, or come in at the end of the day and they miss, only talk to so and so or whatever. But this gives you a chance to meet a lot of other people that are in the hobby, and we do have people coming in that do bigger shows that buy a lot, So it's not just it's more of a meet and greet. Also, you can buy and sell and trade with other customers.
And you get to see me, Bill, Bobby, which all 3 of us in the shop at the same time.
That's the only time.
Happen.
Yeah, that's the only time that we're officially here all the time. Bobby's been in the shop more. Bobby has basically decided to make a living off the sports card shop, which needed some updating and stuff, and we've done that. We've worked on our lights here. We've got a lot more straightened up, so we hope you can come in, make it, and all right. Hey, let's get to some other stuff.
Yeah. So I want you to talk about the eBay thing.
Okay.
I would like you to do that, and you know more about that than me. I'm just going to mention one last thing. As soon as the Bengals won, I was placing an order for more Bengals merchandise. I've shared pictures. We have a fan zone section, and some of these items, decals, these lanyards, which are very affordable. Some of that stuff just came in today. I've literally been sorting it. I have more stuff on the way. And if the Bengals win the Super Bowl, I'm already confirmed to have within 4 days of them winning the Super Bowl all kinds of Super Bowl champion stuff.
Wow.
So I've already placed that order. That's already in the works. So if you're a Bengals fan, fan, Ohio sports team fan, we got kind of a cool fan zone section. So again, come check it out that night. I may even do a little special on just that section, on especially Bengals. Because
okay, we have a question.
Sure.
I mean, any idea how much the Optic box will be on trade night? Those are my son's favorite boxes.
Yeah,
Optic.
the Optic boxes on trade night. We're trying to go with. I'm trying to like price things with a 9. So my knee-jerk reaction to that is I believe I'm going to be 89 for the Vegas. I believe that's what I'm going to be.
You can't be mad at us, Bill, if we don't. But I'm pretty sure he's basically saying that's about what that's the guesstimation. So.
Yeah, that's my guesstimate. Is 89 on this.
So
I'll have to look at exactly what I paid, but
all
they won't be higher than that.
Yeah. All right. Well, okay. We'll go to some hobby news.
Yep,
okay. Sure. eBay has decided to go into authenticating. This was released in a video on the 23rd to YouTube and taking effect on the 25th. That anything purchased over $750 would be sent to a third party for certification, and that company would certify that it was authentic. And then they would send it to that consumer. Now, the video they showed really was disturbing to me because they showed that basically that third company, which is SCG, who is established in comic books. If you look at companies that are established with comic books, coins, paper money, and stamps. So they are a reputable company and all those things. Just recently, in the 6 or 8 months, have added sports cards to stuff they authenticate. They ponied up a bunch of money to join eBay to try to build their brand bigger. Now, I saw a thing on Twitter the other day that Brian Gray was like, "How did you decide this company you wanted to pick to do your authenticating? Did you pick them out of a barrel?" Because he had several cards that were sent to them and they authenticated that were fake. Wow. Several cards, several examples and stuff like that. And Brian Gray is the owner of Leaf, and his product is going to be scrutinized by this other company that is we all know that PSA's at the top, Beckett and SCG are next, but then everybody else is the same level. But all of a sudden, CSG jumped up there because they placed themselves in the market. I don't know why they picked them. I mean, we know PSA's busy trying to get cards graded and get them out, and we know Beckett is the same in SGC, so I assume that CSG was the one that they thought, or is it because they're connected somehow with Fanatics? That's a good question. So I think it's part of a conspiracy. I don't have a problem with something I buy being sent to a company to certify, because when I purchase something, I want to make sure it's authentic also. The problem is, in the video that they showed specifically a 2003 Topps Chrome LeBron James rookie, and they basically put it in a box, had it in a blue box that had these little holders on it, and put it into a card saver, and certified it. Now, that's not certain. If they're going to do that and take the time to do that, they should at least put it in a magnetic with a seal proof or something to prove that that's that card, because that I just don't think that's enough protection for that card, especially for me sending it to somebody else to authenticate it.
Yeah.
The chances it could get damaged in the process of me sending it to them, the process it could get damaged sending it from them, being in just a card saver, getting from them to the customer, there are chances for damage, there's chances for loss and stuff like that. I'm not saying in theory it's not a good idea. It is a good idea to have your stuff authenticated. Yeah. I just question the company that they picked and the time period it's going to take you to get your card. Because if you purchase a card today, you should have it within 3 to 4 days. If it takes them 3 or 4 days to get the card and they get a backlog of a week, you're not going to receive your card for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
That's not right. That's not what I'm not buying a card because I want it 2 weeks from now, especially if I'm a dealer, especially if maybe not so much a collector, but if I'm a dealer or I'm a flipper or anything to do with the hobby normally, I want my card now. 3 days sometimes is too long. So that's why some people have stuff FedExed and stuff like that. But literally, you wouldn't even have the opportunity. It would be getting sent off to a third party. The third party would examine it, authenticate it. Now, they are saying that they are keeping pictures of the slab or pictures of the cards and stuff like that. And if that customer would try to do a return and return something other than that card, or something that is off center, because we've seen it in the past. I've sold a card that looked in mint, perfectly centered, and all of a sudden they return it and something's off center. Well, supposedly with this new system, that would keep that from happening, but it's still a company that I'm not 100% sure about CSG as a competent grading company, or the time period it's going to take for me to send it to them send it to my customer. And until those things are issued and stuff, there's definitely going to be a problem with selling anything over $750 on eBay. And they've already, because of the government cracking down on people this year, it'll be for taxes for 2022 season, that if you sell more than $600, you have to report it. So you're already going to have people leaving eBay that are just going to go back to doing shows, selling to other people and stuff like that. But you got a perfect storm, and then this isn't going to help out the market. So that's just my editorial. So.
Yeah, makes sense. You can check comments and.
Okay, is an SCG the company that sells their labels in bulk? I believe so. We know. Phil Badger's here. Hey Phil, we missed you at the last show. We talked to Mark. Mark told us about you, and we hope you're doing well. And please know that you're in our prayers and stuff like that. Okay, we know a person who in Columbus, Mark's Cards, who is now located in Westland Flea Market, that sent I think 4,000 cards to CSG, because the price was right. And he wanted to get a big amount of graded cards. I'm not impressed with the company and their grades. I'm not saying they're definitely not giving away 10s, and you shouldn't. I mean, I don't think companies should just give away 10s like their water. PSA for a long time was literally, and if you went through and looked at the numbers, stuff like that, it was getting up there to 40 to 50% of anything anybody sent, they were getting 10s. Now it's down to about 20 to 30%, and that's more what it probably should be. But still, with CSG, still a company I don't really have any faith in. But they're hoping, because they either outbid the other companies, if there was even an option for the other companies to do the authenticating. I'd much rather prefer PSA do the authenticating, because that's the company that is the gold standard of authenticating in my book, or even JSA.
Yeah.
JSA authenticating is up there too. So.
15 or 20 cards in that way. If I'm not able to sell this one.
Jeremy Coleman wants to know if he's like, you should do a show on the rise of CSG. Or CGS.
I'm into it for whatever I make.
We could do. I mean, basically, we'll put that in the future. I mean,
10 of these cards.
I had always back in the day. I won't get into it, but we. It was always vintage. It was always vintage. I seen it was in that grade and stuff like that. And then, not until all these companies were getting backed up that they moved forward. We're still established, but not. There wasn't 3 companies and then 30 companies at this level, or 100. There was 2 companies, and then another company, and then a couple others that were trickling you down. So, now the market's so polluted with all these grading companies that they think, oh, my grading company is better than your grading company. No. I mean, if you listen to people like Rob from Burbanks and stuff like that, they don't buy any cards that are graded from a company other than PSA, Beckett, or SCG. If it's a Gem Mint 10, that's fine, but they buy it as a raw card. They do not take any precedence on that being a 9, 9.5, or 10.
From SGC.
From SGC.
Yeah.
Or any of the other companies, because they crack them.
Yeah.
Because they don't stand behind those grades. It also is, I mean, it is his decision. We do occasionally in my graded box, I'll have cards that aren't graded PSA, by other companies, but you also look at the prices, and the prices are really cheap. So we're not putting a lot into those either. Let me see. At least it's not Baseball Card Exchange doing the authentication. Yeah, Baseball Card Exchange could have authenticated it. They would have been like, hey, these are all G.I. Joe cards.
Yeah. So I guess it's getting time to wrap up a little bit. But again, we're just going to talk about the biggest thing going on in the local hobby, and that's our trade night.
That's it. Yeah, that's it.
It really is. It's our trade night. I don't think there's a show.
If you're in Central Ohio, I don't know of any other shows this weekend.
I don't think they are.
So
it's not anywhere close.
The only thing that
is Lamblin? I'm not sure about Lamblin.
But that's an hour and a half away.
Yeah, and it's day, and you could go to that, support,
and then come
Justin's show, and then come here. If you're in Southern Ohio, go by the show, and then come here in time for pizza, because we do pizza about 4.
About 4 o'clock. Yeah. And pepperoni and sausage, or sausage and pepperoni.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we definitely are about the only thing going on that weekend. We will say Thursday, very possible we're going to be closed, and we will make a post as soon as we know. We don't want anybody risking their lives just for a piece of cardboard or something that they can't pick up on Friday. We're definitely concerned with the weather. So we will keep you guys updated.
We'll be open Friday. We still have stuff to do.
We should be open on Friday. Friday should be an all-day opening, but possibly close tomorrow. So we will keep you updated on our Facebook page or other social media places. So
yeah, we appreciate you watching.
Sure, we do.
I'll get up.
So, all right, guys. Well, hey, if you're not busy on Saturday, please come and check us out. Also, the craft mall that we are located next to, not inside of, but next to, is also having a special. They're having
if they decide to keep doing it.
If they're okay.
Yeah, there's some hesitance there.
Okay, they are possibly having an event that day. I don't know. We'll share it on our page probably.
Yeah.
If they do, we want to make sure that's going on. But definitely come out. We'll have refreshments. We'll have pop. We're going to try to get, if I can get away to get cookies, I'm going to try to get some cookies. And we'll have pop all day. And then pizza around the 3:30 to 4 hour. And all right, guys. Hey, thanks for joining us. And for me, for Rob, for Bobby, we'll talk to you next week. Next week we'll wrap up our Traders Night. Hey, we might try to do a live from our Traders Night. Possibly not like this format, but we'll do it from our phones, and we'll try to let you guys know, let you guys see what our Traders Nights are like, because we've seen how other Traders Nights are in shops that aren't as large as ours, and their customers, like, they have so many customers you can't walk through aisles. Ours will get like that, but we can hold like 75 to 100 people in here without anybody like being butt to butt.
Yeah, and like we said, our best Traders Night was probably 70, 75 people.
Yep.
And I mean, if you're a fan of the shop, you're a fan of watching this live, there's all kinds of links to our trade night.
Yep.
Share this video.
Yep.
Help us get a bunch of people in here. It's good for the hobby,
yep.
And a lot of people might want this Esiason jersey.
There's a lot of people want this Esiason jersey. So, all right, guys. Hey, thanks for joining us, and we will talk to you next week.
Thank you.
Bye.